If you want to play games, you need to have money.
Is that right? But what if I told you I could build a PC with no money? What would you say then? Have respect for those who do things that you cannot do.
Hey guys, we're back, and this is part 2 of the free gaming PC build. I found the video that I started before, and I just realized that I didn't make a part 2. And what ended up happening is that the PC that I put together in that video, I couldn't get Fortnite to run on it, and I think it's because the update, the new season came out, and maybe the video card didn't support it or something. And this is the case that was, if you didn't see the other video, this is the case that I was using. It's just a random cheap case, looks very boring. The reason why I want to use this case is because this was free. Somebody put it out on the street, and it had a 2nd gen i7 in it, and a power supply. It was just missing the GPU and the hard drive. And this is a really ugly case, but considering the free nature of the case, I really want to use this as an example of what you can get. So what ended up happening is, since that project failed, I sold the motherboard and the power supply out of it to make a cheap gaming build for someone. So now all I have is a case. So I had the idea again of, I want to see if I can just build something out of what's on hand, and it has to be stuff that I got for free. So the case was free, and then I have a couple of random power supplies that are pulled from whatever. They're kind of old. Actually, I don't know if that was going to work, but anyway, I have a lot of those, so that's fine. And then as far as motherboards that were free, I still have the 790. This is the 790 that was in the first video of free stuff. That was free. That's a 2nd gen i5, so that's a candidate. And then I have a Lenovo here, also 2nd gen. These are small form factors. And then I have this 7020. This has a Pentium in it. So I wanted to use that board actually, but it has that funky Dell connector. And if you're saying, well, why don't you just put something in here and use it? That's what everybody does. That's not a build, you know. If you just put a graphics card in here, you're not really building anything, you're just putting it. That's no fun. Also, this power supply is bad. So I will do a small form factor build at some point. I have yet to do one, but I want to take one of these things and that, put it all together and create something, you know, like kind of a Frankenstein. And then here's the selection we have of random graphics cards. I actually used this in my computer for a while. This is not sure. It's a Radeon, pulled from somewhere. Let's see. They don't really say what they are. It's probably 512. This one actually, I think this one doesn't work anymore. I have to test it again. This was pulled from a customer upgrade. I think we went from 7900 to 88 something. It's in really good condition, but I don't know if it works anymore. This is a random Dell card, and that's probably not going to do anything anyway. And then there's a couple more. So when I picked up these Optiplexes, I got a bunch of them for free. I think 4 of them had the same little ATI card in there. So I think they're 512, maybe 1 gigabyte, not sure. I don't know if that's going to be enough to run Fortnite. So we'll see. I would like to make it run Fortnite, but I think that maybe now it's not possible using only free parts, right? My original idea that when I posted the video was you get the stuff for free, right? And then you just sell the other stuff to have money to buy the stuff that you would use to upgrade the free one. But in this attempt, I want to try to build everything from just this stuff. Just for an example, not that it would do well, but if I can't run Fortnite, then if you guys have any suggestions on what game would be capable of running on these kind of equipment that's still relevant. This is a Pentium CPU that was also pulled, so that's a pull. And then I have these. So this is the 1050 fake AliExpress card that I didn't really get to work right. That was like 25 bucks. And then I have, I think this is the 750 Ti. Yeah. Which this did work, actually. I believe one of these worked, but it was so bad. The resolution was like Nintendo. And then I have this. This is from the Dell Studio 9100. This is a 1 gigabyte card. I believe 6700, I'm guessing. I'll type it on the screen. I don't know if that's right. It's Now the reason why I'm not including this is because this was in a system that I bought. So I wouldn't consider that to be free, although it's basically worthless, so maybe I can get a pass on that. I might try it. I mean, I can't sell it. I've had it posted for $20 for a long time. Nobody wants this. It's too old. I don't even know if it would run Fortnite or anything at this point. It's still 1 gig. This was a very expensive card back in 2011. So I might settle on that just because there's nothing else I can do with it. It looks cool. It looks like a jet. I just gotta remove this bracket thing. It's huge. I don't even know if that will fit in the case. Let me see. Would it fit? No. No, it won't fit even. The thing is, this bracket is attached to the entire card, so I don't know how. Oh, yes, wait, we can take that off then. So, I might settle on that, just because there's nothing else to do with it. So out of these motherboard options, we have the 790, we have the 7020, then we have the Lenovo. And I really don't want to use a Lenovo, because I love Dell, but with the proprietary connections here and here, this board looks standard to me. And actually this case is kind of cool. See how it has a hood? I like that. Since this is the only standard motherboard here in our free pile, I think we're gonna go with this. And it has no processor right now, so we'll take that processor, put it in there, and then we have to figure out the heatsink situation, because this is weird. We could potentially, well, I'll figure that part out. Also, I'm a little bit confused about, it seems like the 2nd gen boards can take a 3rd gen, or is that only some of them? I'm not sure. we'll start with the 2nd gen i5 and then see what we can go up to. But I think the best thing to do is, before we start doing any adjustments, is make it work, put it together, turn it on, get everything installed, and then you can start playing with different situations. So I choose you, and I choose you, and power supply. Let's see, what do we have for voltage? This one is, it's a 300 watt. Old. This one's super old, it's like chrome plate. This one is, where is it? This is a 350. But I don't know, this is almost too old. See, they don't have any supply connections though. I need at least a 6-pin to run this thing. So it might need some adapters, but we can't buy adapters because then it's not free. So we gotta figure something out. But you know me, I'll figure it out. We gotta try and do this without spending any money whatsoever. Wait, check it out. Haha. Molex to 6-pin. Boom. That'll go right in there. Yeah. Just perfect. So we have our build. We have the power supply, we have the video card, which is sort of free, but we'll forget that. And then we have the case. Probably gonna use that ODM cooler if it'll fit on the Lenovo setup. We're good to go. And these are other free computers that I picked up, but they're too old. These are Core 2 Duos. Not sure what that is. AMD Athlon X2. I think I need to just give these away because there's not much you can do with these. It's kind of funny how there's a hard drive fan. That always cracks me up. Just in case your hard drive gets hot, it's got a fan. And then I still have the same 2 terabyte hard drive that was in the first video. So that's the plan. I did actually get a NVMe SSD for free, but there's no way to use it in these older computers. And then buying the card that would adapt to make it work defeats the purpose. So what I'm gonna do is actually, I just want to show you this too while I have your attention. So this is the GTX 1060 that I bought a while back with no fan. I think it was like $38 shipped. And then I never really got to use it in anything because I couldn't find a fan that would fit. I tried to zip tie a fan right here. That did not go well. But I just found this old setup from a GTX 950 or something. And it looks like it fits kind of almost. So I'll probably use that. So I might just put this in here. Even though this wasn't free, it won't count. Just so I can test games and stuff. And then hopefully I can make that work. It's confusing to me because I'm not really sure, and maybe you guys can tell me what are the minimum requirements to run Fortnite. When you look it up online, it says you need an Intel integrated graphics as the minimum, and then it says suggested is like a GTX 970, but I don't actually know what dedicated GPU is the minimum to run Fortnite. And I still have not had that question answered. So anyway, this is part 2, and then we'll do a part 3 when it's all put together. and we'll see if we can play some games. Thanks for watching.